As I jog past rich men's tennis courts, young wives are playing, smells of perfume, thoughts of noughts, or 30. Was it love? Deuced if I know. My mum and dad, they call me Zac, but that's not me. I'm Dac the Mac. I hate it when they call me Zac, and if I hear you bastards yak, what I will do, to be exact, is I will give you such a whack that you will need to take a vac. You'll feel like you've been up against Hugh Whack. I'll nail your eyes shut with a carpet tack and make your boss give you the sack, or even put you on the rack until in agony you quack. So my advice to you is pack. For I'm no acorn, I'm an oak. I am the guy who's got the knack, yeah, mark me well, I'm Dac the Mac. Courage is a thing I do not lack. Believe me, I'm not full of cack. You must be aware, every man jack of you, this rap is not elegiac. I'm not your common or garden hack, and though I may not have as much loot as Galax, so welcome, it's a fact that I am here to enact the thoughts and views of Dac the Mac. It's a violent world now, that's the crack. So don't mess me around, or I'll be back to get you with my axe, or even my ack-ack. Here and now, I wonder how it is that now was then, when then was now. And soon enough, now will be then, as then again, then will be now, whilst now will never be again. I ponder this now and then. Is that what you might call Zen? I met a man who was oh so slim. How'd you do it? I asked of him. The secret, he said, leaning near, is lots of worry and diarrhea brought on by total, abject fear. I met a man who was oh so fat. He said, keep this beneath your hat. I loathe my wife, my soul's like lead. I stuff myself with chips and bread to fill my tum that's full of dread. I met a man who was oh so fit. Didn't mind my questions, not one bit. He said it helps keep out the cold, and the girls will think I'm tough and bold, but I'm really scared of growing old. I met a girl, was oh so loose. I asked her why. She went quite puce. She touched my thigh. In sultry tone, she said, I love to gasp and moan, and I'm terrified of being alone. I see, I said. I thus deduce that fat and thin and fast and loose were all the same. It's most abstruse. But one last question stops my breath. Are we afraid of life or death? I've been battered, I've been bruised, I've watched people being abused. We don't get loved, we just get used. You might as well accept it. Don't get me wrong, I've done my share. I've whispered nothing, stroked the hair of those for whom I didn't care. While all the while inside my head, my soul was screaming, liar! And someone else was lurking, clean, my soulmate, shimmering, serene, or so I thought, but I was green. It was just the grass that wasn't. Do I see clearly now? The lure that seemed so bright, that seemed so pure, has fled. She wasn't quite so sure. She smiled on me, but all the while she never felt the fire. For now I know, my soul was wrong. We're loved by those we string along. Love never dies, so goes the song, for it's never quite requited. got a little problem. I know I'm not alone, but I don't quite know which way to turn or even whom to phone. They're shutting down the hospitals. You can bet they won't look back. How can they say it's all okay? I'm a hypochondriac. Oh, this is Britain, and it's bliss for warriors like me. We've necrotizing fasciitis, AIDS and BSE. The offal's off, that's one thing, but what's really thrilling me is will it still be safe to have our buttered scones for tea? I love the thought of lurking doom in every dark recess, in the water, air and sunshine, rain, traffic noise and stress. I'd let go and have a breakdown, but it might not do the trick, and if they came and locked me up, I really would be sick. Dilemmas give me endless fun whene'er I stop to think. To breathe or not to breathe, they say, to drink or not to drink. Will I last longer if I starve or even dehydrate? I better take just one more breath, or else I'll suffocate. Dare I drink the water as it comes out of my tap? They say again it's quite all right, but I'm scared I'm drinking crap, or a chemical concoction that's very far from pure. I may not be drinking H2O, but H2SO4. Penicillin's had its day, both here and across the sea. The bugs are catching viruses, and they'll soon be catching me. I'd really, really like to run, but then I'm not sure where, and if I run too fast, I'll get polluted by the air. I daren't breathe deep for fear of what I might be sucking in. The petrol fumes and diesel fumes with lots of PM10. There's gangrene in the air tonight, new Streptococcus A. I've got to make a joke of it, or I'll not get through the day. Oh. And the weather's gone all funny. Though my father claims it's not. Summer's always been this cold and winter just this hot. He don't believe in ozone holes and damage to the skin. Aussies always have had spots. The convicts brought them in. Oh yes, the rain is radioactive and the traffic's fucked me ears. But there's little consternation in the highest of the peers. We'll talk it down, we'll say it's rot, we'll be complacent, eh? Let après-moi le déluge be the watchword of the day. Yes, please remember, don't forget, this is England, never fear. We used to be an empire, we have ways of doing things here. We live in the past, our critics claim, but if we've lost our grasp, we're damned if we'll admit it, we'll gasp our final gasp. So here I am. I'm scared to eat, drink, breathe, or have a shag. Another government has warned me I'd be daft to have a fag. Life's not much fun, but heads in sand and caps in hand, they all and we await arrival of some saviour to preserve us from our fate. Oh yes, my house dust mites are teeming, 2 million in my bed. My nose and eyes are streaming, and there's throbbing in my head. There's just one thing that I can say with utmost certainty. This modern world and all its filth will be the end of me.